On this week's podcast, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Hit the music. Hello and welcome to WrestleMania, everyone. My name is Matt. This is a podcast. It's called WrestleMania now. It's where two brothers talk to another brother, making three in total, about all sorts of different things, mostly about stocks, plants, gardening, herbs.
Yeah, by stocks, you meant S-T-A-L-K-S.
Yeah, sorry. It's all about that corn.
Yeah.
Got that corn. No sugar, cane. Anyway, I'm Matt. The other voice there at that moment was Alex.
Yeah. Agreed.
The one who's yet to speak.
The one who's yet to speak because he's yet to be introduced.
I introduced him. And hailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, but living in Vancouver, Canada. I can tell you his address, but I won't. He is the guy I'm introducing, Williams Vaughn. Goes by Will.
Williams Vaughn, what's up?
Okay, so as far as
intros
go, that's probably the worst one I've ever gotten.
Yes.
But that's okay. There has to be a bar somewhere, and you left it all the way to the bottom.
Can I get a little bit meta with you, Will? Can I ask a question?
You're going to get a little meta, I guess. I'd like to see how you get meta through this. Go ahead.
I'm just asking you. I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead. You're going to ask something at me? Okay.
Well, you used to be a little bit more known as William C. Vaughn. You used to be credited or try to be credited as such. Is that no longer?
That's kind of no longer.
Okay.
I just, I can discuss. I don't think the agent really was a huge fan of it. I got the idea of William C. Vaughn from my friend back in Nova Scotia, Chris Bess. He decided to bill me like that, but I just feel William Vaughn's more versatile. And if you go to IMDb, I'm the 9th William Vaughn on there.
Right.
I guess I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to join the SAG union probably, unless I was William C. Vaughn. And it's
but you cross that bridge. You cross that bridge when you get to that.
I cross that bridge when I get to it. I want to change it on Facebook, but I don't know how to change it on Facebook.
Yeah, they'll probably be like, you're changing your name to something like Banana Pants. You can't do that.
Even though I'm the 9th William Vaughn, I am the first one that comes up. So that's
awesome.
That's
so when you say the 9th, you just mean it has like a Roman numerals or something. You just say you're the 9th.
That's cool. It sounds like you're a sequel.
Yeah, or the joke in Hercules, someone called IXII. I was going to say about stocks, that's the joke from Animal Crossing. There's a girl who goes around selling radishes on a certain day that you have to buy radishes from, and then you resell them later on, but they buy them at different values, and it's called the stock market, STALK.
That's actually awesome.
Damn, I thought
it's
an original joke.
It's pretty... It's pretty sweet. Animal Crossing is a lot of fun. I still play the one I got at Christmas time, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah,
did I get that for you?
You know what? In all the confusion, I kind of lost track myself.
I think Matt and I both got
I think
it for
you did. Yep.
Actually, I got it for Emily.
Yeah,
and then I realized it wasn't on her list. And then,
brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Oh, brother.
Literally. So I want to talk, folks.
I appreciate that, guy.
Folks. I wasn't here last week. And if you listen to last week's podcast, you may have noticed that. And I have a little bit.
We talked about that exclusively, so
that's pretty much how we talked about.
Yeah.
I possibly got more mention last week's podcast not being there than some weeks that I am here, which is fine, which is totally fine. But yeah, I just want to go over some things you guys talked about in my absence that were mostly related to me that I want to clear up. Is that all right if we do that a little bit?
Yes, please. Clear it. Clear your name.
Sure. Clear my name. So there was a point where, first off, you referenced my grade 6 attendance, and you knew very little about that. Just that existed, I guess. In grade 6, I didn't realize it until the last day of school, but I had perfect attendance because I'm a nerd who doesn't get sick, apparently. And so I got first crack.
Mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't say the word.
They are mutually exclusive. Sorry.
They are not. And so I got first crack at picking a poster. My teacher had like 30 posters. There were 30 kids. You got first crack at a poster. So I went with the coolest one, which was a Vince Carter's Toronto Raptors
Pretty
poster.
much a cupcake, though, right? Wouldn't you say?
What's that?
I said pretty much a cupcake or whatever I said you actually won.
Yeah. Well, but I would have enjoyed a cupcake. I just got Vince Carter because I thought the people thought it was cool.
Vince Carter poster.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it was probably better than like a psychedelic Happy Face poster. So.
Those are awesome.
Psychedelic Happy Face.
Moving on, Will, you call them the New York Football Jets. That is unnecessary. There's never been a New York not football jet team.
Yeah, I think that was a joke, Matt.
I know it was a joke, but it was stupid, and I'm commenting on it. Moving on.
Boy.
Moving on.
Welcome to How to Be a Dick, the Matthew Vaughn story.
Earlier, yes, you do yell at us, Matt, and this is
the prime example.
Is it right now.
No. I'm just going to use this one out of context, but if you listen to last week's episode, it'll hopefully make more sense. Indian people speak English. Last week, there was some comment about Indian people speaking Indian or whatever language they speak there. They speak English there as well.
Yeah, but the national language is like Punjabi.
Are you sure? Because there's 6 languages there. I'm pretty sure English is one of the official ones.
Okay.
Are you sure? Okay, 1 of 6.
1 of 6, yeah.
No. I'm saying 6 languages are spoken there. I said English is an official language. Doesn't mean that people speak Cree here. It's not an official language. Moving on, I like the movie Zodiac, and I won't yell at you for not seeing it. A lot of people haven't seen it. I'd just be happy to watch it with you. That's all. That's all it is about Zodiac.
And that's why I haven't seen it, Matt. I'm saving it.
Save it for me.
Saving all my movie for you.
Will, you said you didn't like the phrase binge watch. And Alex agreed. I also don't like it.
Okay, good.
Nothing could be more discouraging for watching a lot of TV than being like, "Do you want to binge watch it?"
As I said,
you shouldn't.
Like I said, you can't binge donate blood, so you know.
Like you're gonna throw up DVDs afterwards or something.
Yeah,
not to make light of eating disorders, but I don't know anybody who has one, so it's fine.
Oh,
yeah. So it's fine. If Matt, what did I say a couple weeks ago, Matt? You don't know a lot of people, so you don't know them.
Wait. What did you say? I don't know a a lot of people. I know lots of people.
I don't know anyone with an eating disorder, so it's fine.
Dozens of people.
Can we just cut that part out?
There are dozens of us. Dozens.
There was a point. Yes. Sorry, you can cut it in.
Boy.
No, that's fine. Keep going. Okay. You're doing great.
I think
is he though?
There's a comment last week about how. Well, I think you said, why can't things just be good? You know, why do they have to be awesome? Can't things just be good and you enjoy them? I think we're talking about TV shows or movies or something
True Detective.
Like that. Yeah, and I think things can't be good because there's so much stuff out there. There's lots of great stuff. You don't have to waste your time watching good anymore. So that's why we're not satisfied with good, because great is at our fingertips. Hey, I made it, and the world's greatest. There's a comment, Will, you made about
an R. Kelly song?
Yes, you did.
I'm sure I didn't.
Speaking of good.
Speaking of great, just a song.
Great.
Will, you said if the moon disappears, the world would flood. Do you think the moon is pushing water closer to the Earth? How could it?
Look, I don't know, man.
It's
just to be clear,
this is not this podcast is not
around.
Designed to be deconstructed.
# title for all.
But the moon and the sun do affect the tides, so I think something definitely bad would happen if the moon was gone.
The water would stop moving the way it does. That's for sure. It would not be good, but it wouldn't cause the world to flood. Just to be
have you seen Despicable Me, where he shrinks the moon and steals it? Watch it, man, and watch them tides change.
We'll get to shrinking things later, folks. Talk about
really?
You know, also if the moon disappears, hey, I can't control it, so you know, it's also free, so I don't get a right to complain about it.
The moon is free.
I'm still not sure where I fall in that debate. I'm going to leave that. That's up to be determined. I think I mentioned this to you guys, but on the podcast, you talked about a story from WWF Superstars. I was not there because I was a very little child.
Yeah, it was May.
So I did not know that story. It was very entertaining to hear that.
I found out the date, May 24th, 1993.
Yeah, so I was 4.5.
That was 4.
So I think Mom did me the right decision that I should not go because I would not miss it and I would not know about it.
I was 6 and 1/6. Yeah, Matt was still in his talking to the wrestle line phase, so yeah, he probably wouldn't have gone to it.
And what did Matt say when he was listening to the wrestling hotline?
Like it's the dumbest thing in the world. The phone is talking. The phone is talking to you. You talk back to people on the phone. It makes sense.
I know
we would specifically tell you not to do that. We'd be like, Matt, don't talk to the phone because there's no one there. It's just a recording. And you just be like,
because the guy on the phone, the guy's like, welcome to Wrestle Rap Report. He doesn't say, hey, Matt, how you doing? How was your first day of primary? Anyway, here's the
you pretty much nailed that, by the way.
Who put that on, by the way? Like, who offered that service?
WWF, wasn't it?
Well, it was a Herald line.
It was a
and
Chronicle Herald, and they
no,
picked
it wasn't.
They must have farmed it out though. That must have been something.
No, it wasn't an official WWF thing because it was like taking you behind the curtain. It was breaking kayfabe, brother. So this was just some guy, like some like wrestle reporter. May have been, I don't know, like a Brian Alvarez or something like that. I can't remember who used to do it actually, but he was like a wrestling reporter. He probably wrote for.
Is that the guy's name?
Alex Marvez is the guy who used to write for the Daily News. There used to be a wrestling column I think at least every week in the Daily News.
I love that they had that. That is remarkable.
Remember when that existed, the Daily News?
I used to write for a subsidiary of theirs.
Yeah, I was going to say now it's the Fairly News, but I feel bad saying that because Matt wrote for their subsidiary.
I mean, I feel worse just because people lost their jobs.
Yeah, that's true. Print is still going.
Just to be clear, I after they got sold, I still wrote for the subsidiaries.
Subsidiaries, but is the subsidiary still going?
I'm not sure. One thing I will, I'm just gonna move on real quick. I did make Dad leave a Mooseheads game once in the third period because I was bored. I was like pretty young though.
You were 17.
I was 17 years old. I was bored. It might have been the same game that I saw Sebastian Giguère's jersey retired. I was there when they put that to the rafters. Yeah, I know, very exciting. And I just wanted to add some thoughts about True Detective season 2. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Can you give us a refresher on what you thought of it? Because I want this to be more of a conversation, less me just talking.
Well, now that I've looked back on it, I'm like, well, I wasn't in love with it, but I guess I liked it enough to watch 7 hours in a row of it, and then subsequently an hour and a half. So I was like, I was into the mystery. I was into that. But I guess I was a little underwhelmed by how it all ended. I was like, oh, that's how they're going to end it? Okay.
Yeah, underwhelming is a good word for it. I think you really hit the nail on the head that it did not merit a 90-minute finale.
No, especially the first 20 minutes.
I don't think it even merited 8 episodes. Like, I just don't think they did a good job with spacing that out. I say they. I mean Nick Pizzolatto, the creator of the show.
Yeah, because they jam up some episodes.
Because it's just like okay, I'm not gonna spoiler it, but I am gonna go into some details about the show.
You can go into detail.
Yeah,
just a little bit. I think we're fine as long as we stay away from like maybe the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we're safe.
I'll try to do that. So episode 4 ends with a pretty epic gunfight, which is pretty great, right? I'm sure you.
It was sweet.
It was awesome. It was like
Bezarides used her knife, which she didn't do enough on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
No, she didn't. She brought it out. She was going to.
She didn't. Yeah, she made it count later on.
Later. Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, it's good enough for us to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, the gunfight was awesome, and I left that episode being like, okay, like, this is sweet. Because, I mean, like, it was like a fairly, I don't know if high budget's the right word, but there was like the kind of care.
Oh, there was money spent. It was like a film.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, that's my biggest problem with a lot of TV is that it doesn't look good enough often. I've started a Daredevil series. That actually does look pretty good. It manages to look good on TV, but a lot of
which is on Netflix too. Which like their stream it looks good enough, but Netflix doesn't look great. Like I think if it was coming off the cable box,
it's still better. Like
it's good. Yeah, no, it is good. It is good.
Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly. That's okay. But after the episode 4 like shootout. The next episode, it was such a slog. Like, it was so like, and it lost all the momentum, and I was just mad at the show. I hadn't gotten mad at True Detective before, but I was mad at that show. And then they went on, there was a whole plot line that involved the LA riots, which like came out of nowhere, I think, in the later episodes, and I was kind of like, well, why are we introducing plot points like that now? Like, just... Yeah.
Like, remember what happened back in '92? This is all stuff that happened. And you don't like, see any of it. Just a bunch of more names get thrown around.
Oh, my gosh. It's the nameless show of all time. It's like,
oh, my God.
Like, yeah, but then John was there. The only one you get a handle on is Casper, because you hear Farrell say it a lot.
Casper, like, I know the main cast. Actually, I don't even know Vince. I don't even know Vince Vaughn's last name.
Semyon. They barely say it.
Semyon? Yeah, they barely
he's supposed to be kind of like Russian Jewish, I think.
Okay, wow. No, it's good.
Sorry. I just thought I wrote that. That's all. I'm not trying to.
No, it's fine.
I
like Velcoro's a cool name. Bezarides is a cool name. Woodrow.
I did enjoy Colin Farrell quite a bit.
He's awesome, man. He's awesome. He's probably one of the best parts of the show.
He probably was.
I thought he was cool. But everybody else, like, it's like, I know Holloway's the chief, and I don't know the guy with the big ears. I never knew his name.
Who's the guy with the big ears?
Like I can't really say it without.
Is he a police officer?
Yeah, he's one of the
You
guys.
see the black guy with the afro?
No, that's Holloway.
Oh my gosh, Holloway's afro was so distracting.
That's the chief.
The whole
There's
time I
one
was like,
scene
when
with
is this
him.
set?
Yeah, it was the scene with him. He does look kind of goofy with the afro and the chief of police uniform on.
Yes.
Like, it looks so weird. Like, there was a scene in, like, I think his office with him and, like, Velcoro's in there and the guy with the big ears and a bunch of, like, weird-looking people. I'm like, this show really casts some ugly people. And I don't mean that as a knock. I mean it, like, some real-looking people. I was like, that's cool.
But then you got your Kitsch and you got your Rachel McAdams, so the good-looking factor is brought up a little bit more, I would say.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch is almost too good-looking for life.
Oh, I love that.
My goodness.
He was
Yeah,
awesome
and,
in that shootout too when he was like using all his military.
Yeah,
stuff.
man, he was pretty sweet.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think so.
What else can I say about the show? Too many characters. I think they got away from
Too many characters.
like. I also remembered later on in the series, it's like, oh yeah, there was a whole dynamic where like a lot of this, like the first season was flashback. It was like from like 95 to like 2012, and you're like, oh, like there's a whole element to it there that's like you kind of miss that. You know, it's not the same that way.
Well, exactly, and that's again goes back to my fact that one of the biggest knocks against True Detective season 2 is that it's not True Detective season 1. Like I found myself while watching this show missing aspects of the first season.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, wasn't that episode cool when he goes undercover? And wasn't that cool how they were currently being interviewed, and then a lot of it is told in flashback, and then it catches up to itself, and then you're like, oh no, now these guys can die because obviously they won't die.
Oh, that's right.
In the flashback now it becomes very scary again.
Yeah, for sure.
I swear to God, I gotta find this guy.
So they gotta make the cast a little bit smaller. I think get 2 big name actors, Chris Pratt and Jake Gyllenhaal. Get them to be in it. That seems like that would be impossible to do, but
That's actually not bad. Although
that's a weird combination. I think Chris Pratt wouldn't really fit that well. Although Gyllenhaal totally would. I saw something online, and it's not an original thought. Gyllenhaal and somebody else, someone suggested.
when they when they announced the season, I think.
Oh, Ryan Gosling and Jake Gyllenhaal. I think that's probably just for the looks, though.
Oh, it's a guy named James. The guy with the big ears. It's a guy named James Frayne. The actor's name's James Frayne. He
James
plays
Franco?
Lieutenant Burris.
Yes,
And
Burris.
I hardly remember his name being mentioned.
Oh,
When
yeah.
they announced this season, they were like, True Detective Season 2 is going to be Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Like, I thought Vince was going to be a detective, but he clearly fits the role he plays in this show much better than the detective role. He plays the kind of pseudo-gangster.
Yeah, the thing I realized, I think actually during the second last episode was I was like, I thought he was going to be the bad guy the whole time, and even though he's a gangster, he's not. He's a protagonist.
Yeah,
I think it's not too much of a spoiler to say that, but if you watch the show knowing he's a protagonist, you watch the show very differently. Because the whole time I was like, he's going to be behind something maybe, but he's not.
Well, they just kind of spoil it a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah,
we'll just pretend you didn't hear that, folks.
Well, you said the last 2 episodes, and by the last 2 episodes, he's doing his own thing that causes issues.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. One last thing, I think a lot of the first season, not to get all British on you, focused a lot on the scenery, the Bayou, New Orleans, Louisiana. And I don't think they actually went to New Orleans, but Louisiana, it had
it was like,
that
it was
feel
it
to
was
it.
the sweaty South, sweaty, dirty South.
So they're in LA this time, and I don't think they capture that as well. And especially after seeing a movie like Nightcrawler, which I thought really got LA right, which felt like it just felt more real than True Detective did. I'm saying that as someone who's never been to to the city at all, but I thought that Nightcrawler hit that better. So if you want to watch a good LA movie, watch that.
Yeah, I gotta check that movie out.
Yeah, but True Detective, 11 out of 10.
I want to check that out.
Watch it times over again.
Watch that. I want to check out that and End of Watch. That End of Watch movie.
I haven't seen End of Watch. I want to see that. Alex, have you seen End of Watch?
Oh, good. Are you guys done talking about True Detective?
Did you stop listening?
Oh, yeah. I took my headphones right out.
How did you know I said Alex?
Because I had my headphones. Because you started talking about LA. I kind of was swinging in back and forth. I was kind of be like, Taylor, can we swing it? Cast real people in this. Everyone dies at the end. You're just like, okay, yeah, no, I'm staying out of it. What was the question? Did I see End of Watch? Yeah. A great thing to do is to watch Nightcrawler and End of Watch back to back and see just how freaking good Jake Gyllenhaal is at acting. End of Watch is a really good movie. It's a lot of POV, like handheld stuff, but it's really good. I would recommend, highly recommend.
Oh, really? Okay.
Both those things are on Netflix too.
Nice.
Both those things being movies.
Both those things.
They're not.
Yeah.
Things. They're not
Well, what else would be on Netflix? You can't order a sandwich, although I've tried.
Television shows, documentaries.
I wish they do a sequel to End of Watch called End of Sasquatch.
And he dies.
Well, it would be a guy hunting on a Sasquatch. That's too close to Troll Hunter. Have you guys seen that yet?
I haven't. No,
I mean, Get would imply that I'm going to see it.
I haven't seen it.
Really? You're not? Troll Hunter is awesome. It's a really, interesting movie.
So it's not the sequel to Troll 2, right?
No. Troll Hunter is it's. There
was a Troll 3, by the way.
It's the greatest genre, which is to say, found footage.
Oh,
the greatest genre. But I'm right though. It's Danish, right? Troll Hunter.
It's
in that area for sure.
It's in that area. That's cool. Well, yes. The other title is Trollejurgen. So yes.
Yeah, seek out that movie. It is. I just think they did a really great
One more
job.
time, Will, for our Danish listeners. What's the?
This is Trollejurgen.
Yeah.
Trollejurgen.
Okay.
It's got one of the coolest covers I've ever seen too.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. I want to check that out.
Yeah, check it out. This is a recommendation from like 2 or 3 years ago, by the way, folks. If you listen to the podcast,
it's a recommendation from right now. But if you missed it 2 or 3 years
ago,
but
I could have given it to them 2 or 3 years ago. So.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
Here's a good movie to check out. Heat. Starring Robert De Niro and Val
He's
Kilmer.
good if you have straight up 3.5 hours.
Look at that cast now. Like if Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Val Kilmer are on a movie, you should be like, I'm going to skip that one for sure. For sure, I'm skipping that one. 1995. That's must see TV.
Yeah.
It's not only is it must see, it's can't miss.
Can I just? I mean, Val Kilmer could be cut out of Heat, and it would be better. Ooh,
controversial. I guess I had to check it out. He couldn't be cut out of.
Wait, you not seen Heat?
No, I'm gonna have to do the back-to-back with Heat and Zodiac. We're gonna have to write.
Wait, why would
you ever do that? Why would you do that back-to-back?
Set list. Because we got to do
Michael Mann.
You recognize?
Well, you like themes, man. You like heist two heist movies in one day. You like watching.
Well, you
Star
suggested
Wars
Nightcrawler and End of Watch as a double feature.
Yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal at his best, back-to-back, bruh. There's a tie.
Disagree.
There.
Gotta watch Zodiac to get him at his best.
That's him at it.
Is he in that?
Jake Gyllenhaal is the lead character of Zodiac.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is the Jake Gyllenhaal right here. Good. Well,
Jake Gyllenhaal with supporting by Mark Ruffalo and Robert Downey Jr. Watch that movie. It's awesomely casted.
Guys, well, I have to wait to see with you. I just said.
Sorry, sure.
Wait.
It's casted very well.
It's well casted.
Other than Carrot Top being the Zodiac Killer, that was a weird choice for me.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I said, other than Carrot Top being cast as a Zodiac Killer, I was fine with all of that.
Honestly, I thought it was interesting and kind of brave of Fincher to do that.
All the weird props.
It was weird that he used the props to kill him.
Downright
brave.
Just by his own props.
Kills a Pisces with a fish, and he kills.
You really aren't familiar with this movie at all.
Oh boy, yeah. It's not like Seven where he's like laying stuff out.
Which is David Fincher. He did Zodiac, right? I thought he'd stick to his guns.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is actually based on a true story. So.
Yeah. It's
yes. I know it's based on a true story.
Okay.
It's actually based on a novel by Push by the author Sapphire.
I gotta look
that
up.
joke is overdone, but I didn't bring it back.
No, 30 Rock did it best because like Tracy Morgan was going to do a movie, and he's like, yeah, and he says. It's either .com or Grid says like, yeah, it's based on the novel something by Manipulate. Like just the title he comes up with was great. Crap. There you go. Here's an example of something I'm bringing up that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, or the punchline.
Or the punchline. Yeah. Or the answer. Punchline is the answer. The answer is the punchline.
Anyway, so Grizz comes in, and then he just has the funniest line, and then it cuts to Jack McBrayer, and they're like, okay, man, that sounds good. Maybe work on your novelizations of 30 Rock on your own time.
I was hoping Matt would... I'd alley and he'd oop.
Sorry, I kind of ooped the bet on that one.
Ooh.
Oh, no, here it is. I found it on Facebook.
Nice.
It's called Hard to Watch, based on the book Stone Cold Bummer by Manipulate. Very happy I could find that. Anyway.
Well done.
Yeah. Anyway, podcast resumes. Speaking of Val Kilmer and Batman Forever.
What? I'm very interested to see where this conversation is going.
That was a bad segue.
I mentioned him a half hour ago. That's okay. I spent a nice indoor weekend playing the new Batman game. Now I feel a little guilty in the gaming world. All I'm really doing is playing a lot of Nintendo, which is obviously awesome. But I feel very behind the current crop of games that are out right now.
Alex, can you explain why you're laughing your tuchus off right
I
now?
don't know. He's just like, I'm playing Nintendo, which is obviously awesome. But
obviously
like, I don't know.
It's obviously awesome.
12-year-old podcast.
It's not just awesome. It's obviously awesome. Awesome. What, are you saying I'm Louie from Life with Louie Anderson? I'm Louie Anderson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I feel guilty being behind in all the game stuff. Lots of cool stuff coming out. The coolest one to come out, I think, will be Star Wars Battlefront. That looks incredible. But a couple years ago, Ian and I were hanging out, and we're like, hey, man, what do you want to do? And he's like, do you want to rent the new Batman game? And this was 2009, so this is when Blockbuster Video, yes, still existed. And we found the game Arkham Asylum on PS3, which has since won, a ton of Game of the Year awards. It's been a PlayStation 3 bestseller for forever. And it was awesome. Accidentally, we played through the entire thing in a weekend. We just sat down and played the whole thing, and then it was over. And we're like, oh, okay, that's it. All right, we beat it in a weekend. Sweet. So since then, 2 other Arkham games have come out. They have Arkham City, which Matt owns and hasn't played very much of. I played a little bit of it, too. I can't remember where, but from what I could see, Arkham City was just like a slightly bigger version of Arkham Asylum, right? In Arkham Asylum, you play the whole game in and around the asylum, so like the various buildings and that sort of thing. And then Arkham City is, well, it's a city. And then there's Arkham Origins, which I think is like kind of similar, but it's made by a different developer. It's not made by Rocksteady. Right. So on this next gen crop of systems, the Xbox One and the PS4, they have what's called Arkham Knight, which
takes place at night.
Which takes place at night. Well, yes, all of them take place at night, I believe. I believe they all take place over one night. So I had the idea. I was like, hey, Ian, you know what we should do? We should get together for another weekend and play through the new one. Just like old times, man. Just like that one time he did that thing. So he picked up the game, and we played about 25 hours over a weekend, and 3 o'clock on Sunday or on Monday. Oh, yeah, we beat it, baby. We beat the whole thing. We played 80% of the entire game. Like, we didn't even just plow through their main quests. There was a bunch of side quests and that sort of thing that we played through. And as far as reviews go, I don't think there's anything much I can say about it that most people probably don't already know. But the fact is the game's awesome. It takes all the best parts of all the previous games and just amps them up a whole bunch. The combat is like the same as what they started in Arkham Asylum, which I really enjoyed. The kind of lurking on top of a ledge and hanging down and picking up a guy and doing all the cool Batman moves, from the other games are all still there, with the added element of the Batmobile, which can function as a mobile. So you drive around town, use the afterburner, and that's pretty fun. It's an easy way to get around town if you don't want to swing through the city. And it also functions as a tank, and the tank mode is basically like a first-person shooter. The wheels go sideways, and you can kind of strafe around, and you have 2 different guns you can use, and it's very sweet. The voice cast in it is pretty unreal. It's got Kevin Conroy, who was Batman in the animated series in the 90s, and it's got what am I looking at here? It's got Mark Hamill reprising his role as the Joker. Couple interesting notes. Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad. He's Commissioner Gordon.
Mike?
Yeah. He's Gordon in
That's
this. Ashley Greene from the Twilight series is Barbara Gordon. So there's a lot of interesting there's a lot of great voice acting in this. The graphics obviously are top notch. It plays awesome, and I really can't recommend it enough. Arkham Knight, if you're even somewhat of a Batman fan, it's fantastic. It's got pretty much all the rogues gallery of Batman villains, and the story is probably one of the best video game stories I've played. So Arkham Knight, pretty sweet. We played it.
That sounds awesome.
We played it for an entire weekend. So, yeah, it's awesome. The Batmobile might make or break it for you if you really don't like driving around or driving levels and that sort of thing. There are a couple of, race levels that you don't have to do, but you can. They will benefit you later on. But, yes, this is basically the best Arkham game that Rocksteady has created. And yeah, like I said, I can't recommend it enough. So I was happy to get on board with the current generation because it looks insane.
Wait, who was the PlayStation 4?
Ian.
Nice.
Yeah, Ian friend of the show. He's got a PlayStation 4. Yeah. They're nice. They're very, very nice. He's got a 500 gig PlayStation 4, and it's almost full. Like it's
Wow.
We actually did. I don't think we had room to download the game. Or
what the heck does he have on there?
It's like no, it's not a personal question. It's all games. It's all
really wow.
I think it's all saved data, and it's like a lot. It takes a lot, so you almost need the 1 terabyte system that they have out right now because it's pretty insane.
Yeah, I'm wondering about when I should make the move to PS4. I think it'll. Yeah, I can't imagine it being anything sooner than late 2016, if even then.
I can't imagine being any later than late 2016.
I'd
just thinking.
So specific.
I'd wait for a price drop.
Oh, Christmas.
Wait for a bass drop.
I think for. I'd wait for a price drop.
That's a bass drop.
or a dubstep version. If they got a dubstep version of
PlayStation 4.
I'm gonna start at PS1 or just PS, then PS2. Then PS2, the skinny version. Then PS3. then PS Vita. And then PS4.
They had a skinny version of the PS3 like immediately.
Yeah, they did.
They have two different ones.
It's just so
they have
slender.
a really skinny.
Looks so much better on my TV stand.
The skinny one? Yeah, I got a big one. It's not very
I
attractive.
think that's the one thing about my PlayStation 3. I don't ever want to get rid of it because it has. I downloaded Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and San Andreas on there.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to get rid of it. You can still have it like connected there if you want to go back to it, I suppose. Or you should be able to like.
You can't. That's the thing that sucks. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You should 100% be able.
Yeah, so I say you should be able to, but unfortunately you can't, huh?
Stupid.
That kinda sucks.
It's bull duty. I'll tell you that much.
Bull duty.
You were talking about a superhero game. I saw a superhero movie.
Ooh,
yes, yeah.
Man from Uncle. Tell me about it. Go.
The Man from Uncle. That movie bombed. Did you guys see that?
Started at Compton.
Well, not a lot of people did, so that's why it bombed.
Yeah, 15 million, I think.
13.4. Yeah, on a weekend.
Would Compton have the best R-rated release for August or something like that?
Yeah, that's pretty specific.
56 million? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
One of those
Best
like
movie opening ever in August, R-rated, about a rap group from the 80s.
It's a lot of football
Featuring
stats
Ice
like
Cube's
that, too.
son.
Featuring Paul Giamatti.
With the Paul Giamatti with the full head of gray
you
hair.
guys don't know this. Paul Giamatti is Ice Cube's son. So that's weird trivia for those of you who don't know.
I am surprised by that. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. He seemed a little bit like Cube. Plus, he had a cameo in the 22 Jump Street series, 21, whatever.
He sure
20,
did. Did he?
23,
No.
25, 27.
Joke.
Matt, what did you check out, buddy?
I checked out Ant-Man. I saw Ant-Man toward the end of its release. A movie that I was not really eager to see immediately, but a couple of reviews. I think Will, yours really helped.
I am very helpful.
Making
Thank
me see it because I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a shot. And I really enjoyed Ant-Man. I thought it was really good. It was a movie that was as serious as it needed to be, which is to say, not super serious. I think that Marvel has found a really good sweet spot with its tone for its movies. Especially specific movies, sure, but the universe in general in Marvel series does a really good job. And I think that's something that DC has been lacking. They've been trying to kind of staple on the seriousness of Nolan's series onto other movies. It doesn't work because it's not as realistic.
No, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, you try to do an Ant-Man like a Batman, it's just going to look awful.
Yeah. So Ant-Man, it's just one of those movies that... sorry, that's a stupid way to start that sentence. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought Paul Rudd... It's one of those movies. I really like Paul Rudd in it. I really like Michael Douglas in it a lot.
Michael Douglas was awesome. I'm like,
awesome.
Watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, Michael Douglas is fully in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. Like, the way it was, maybe it was the way it was marketed. He's like, I'm just going to show up and say some stuff, and then I'm going to leave. But no, man, he's in there. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's Pim. He's the guy.
He's Pim. He's pimped out. So I really enjoyed that. It was a very funny movie. Moments that like really made me laugh out loud. Really enjoyable. It was really good. Everybody should see it.
So you're a big Paul. Yeah, I know you like Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd. I should probably check it out. I'll check it out on a cheap night soon. I gotta see that, and I gotta.
We gotta go quick
though.
though, right?
Mission Impossible.
You ever see
two for Alex.
I do want to see. I want to see Straight Outta Compton. I don't know. I just don't know where to go see it.
No, there's another one I don't want to see. I can't remember
now. Mr. Holmes.
No.
I'd watch
Name
that. I'd
every
watch
movie
Compton.
coming at every movie that's out right now. I'll just kind of like half-heartedly say no. Okay, go.
Will, do you want to meet in Winnipeg?
Meet in Winnipeg. Yeah, let's go.
See Compton.
Is that the,
Yeah.
Is that the
That makes
the
the most
midway
sense.
point?
That makes the most sense to me.
Okay.
Just to boot. All right,
Probably
Alex, only have a
cheaper
bunch
for
of movies.
both of you to
Compton.
fly to Calgary. But that's just make
It's just my.
Do you see what Calgary's getting? By the way, the new stadium
Haven't checked it out yet.
arena.
I've seen
yeah, isn't it like $900 million that the Stamps and the Flames are going to share or something like that in some weird way?
That would make it interesting.
Yeah, well, the stadium's only 30,000 seats. I almost said 30,000 feet. Stadium's 30,000 seats. The
This
hockey
stadium
arena.
with the arena too.
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
gonna be
kidding.
filled.
That's
No,
that's
dude,
a legit
it's
thing.
Take a look at the picture. It's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be the stadium, and then the arena is basically going to be a field house, which I like. I like that term, even though it's weird. Who plays at a field house? I know the Pacers do. I think that's about it, actually. I don't
And
even-
what makes something a field house?
It's just the house next to the field.
Yeah.
It's the Pacers play next. Where do they? What? How do the Pacers play next? How's their field? Oh.
Oh, boy.
Next to Lucas Oil Stadium,
You just
probably.
gave Matt an aneurysm, Will. What is it? But a pace is a...
What sport is that? How do they keep dribbling it?
Shut down.
While you're looking at the picture of that thing,
I'm not looking.
I did want to mention that it was announced, I think, just last week, that Adidas is getting the NHL contract.
Yes,
What?
I'm pretty sure
First-
Reebok was owned by Adidas. So is that really that significant?
Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe it is not.
I thought it was.
I kind of like the EPL where all teams just have their own thing. Like Liverpool has New Balance and Man City or Man U has Adidas and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit more of a free market rather than the whole league taking over. That's just me.
I like it that way. I just don't like that this whole thing has led to a conversation about the possibility of putting ads on jerseys. And a lot of things that I've seen online, people pointed to it being an inevitability that there will be ads on jerseys.
Yeah.
And to those people, I ask you, why? Why is it inevitable? If everybody hates it, why is it inevitable?
I don't know.
It's
Soccer
just,
already has it, I guess.
but just
so.
if you're like, I don't like it,
used
but
to
it's
that.
inevitable. You're pretty much just saying, I don't want to try. I don't care enough to change things or dislike something.
It's not a democracy. It's what the owners in the league decides.
I know, but you can put pressure on the owners in the league.
Can you?
You can.
Okay. Well, we'll see if anybody has enough pressure. We'll see in a year or two when Adidas, because it won't be an Adidas thing if the jerseys have ads on it. It'll be a league decision.
Yeah.
So
Also-
maybe you're right. The jerseys won't change that much.
It
People
grossly affects the look of the jersey year to year, and it's really annoying. Like when Man U switches from Aeon to Chevrolet, you're just like, oh, they're rolling around in Chevrolet jerseys. They just look so stupid to me.
Oh, with the giant cross on the front.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
the British team, like who's driving Chevys out in England? I ask you.
I know that is
English-
very
some people
American.
are.
ad.
We had a
I'm
conversation
sure
about
there's
this
stuff
where
over
some-
there, but just in general, you're like, what?
Maybe they're not selling enough. They want to sell
Bring
more.
back the Vodafone. Between the Chevrolet deal and the Adidas deal that were both signed in the same offseason, it was $1.3 billion. It was $600 million to Chevy and $700 million to Adidas.
Holy pants! It's a lot of money.
Yep. Holy
By
pants
the way,
and shirts
the,
and soccer kits.
The Pacers play at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
So
Uh,
explain to
Bankers
Matt.
Life?
Okay, Matt and I will
Yeah,
talk amongst
just call it
ourselves, but
insane.
you tell us what a field house is.
It's basically an arena that's next to a stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I got.
So what stadium are they? Are they next to Lucas Oil?
I don't think they are actually. Now that I'm reading it, I think it's just the name of it.
Okay.
But
You
I'm
think
just
they would
gonna
have a field inside
I'm
the
gonna keep
house?
skimming. I'm gonna keep skimming.
I like
Okay.
Lucas
But
Oil.
if you see the Calgary plan, what I'm saying is that the arena is going to be right next to the stadium, as you can see.
I had a debate. I had a
They could do
debate
that
this-
thing too in Vancouver if they wanted to put like a sky bridge next to, because Rogers Arena is right next to BC Place. They could do that, but it's not really a field house. Anyways, you had
But
a
they're
thing
not
else?
connected
I had a
otherwise.
thing that was totally unrelated.
No, they aren't connected. No, they might be like underground or something. Might be a secret tunnel.
In case
Well, I
the
don't
Canadians want to go check see what Lule's doing.
Yes.
So Canadian.
Is Lula
Alex,
still there?
Yeah, yes. They're a bunch of gingers too, the Sedines in Lule.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, ginger power.
Boy.
Yeah. Boy, Ginger Power.
Ginger Power, the latest album by
Oh,
Cher.
boy.
Oh, boy.
Alex, what you want to say that was unrelated to everything else?
I was just thought we had a discussion this week about the difference between like meta and self-referential humor, I guess, like that. So my friend Derek went to see a play, and he's like, "Yeah, super meta. They like broke the fourth wall and like acknowledged it was a play and blah blah blah." You're like, I don't know if that's really meta so much as self-referential.
Alex, going back to his role in the world, is correcting literally every person that's ever lived.
I was told I was condescending the other day. I'm like, I guess I might as well embrace it.
Yeah,
so I
we
went
just
to correct
should all
somebody.
embrace it
I thought you were
because
gonna say I was condescending, but those people are stupid anyway. They don't know anything.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Basically, you just got to kind of lean into it if that happens because you're like, well, it's something I can do about it.
I don't know if this was correct though, but we just like the point was like meta would reference some other form of like pop culture canon, like where Abed and Community, for example, always acknowledging bottle episodes or
Yeah, he'd be more referencing the actual art itself. or-
and then if you're breaking the fourth wall, then you're just breaking the fourth wall. That's a different thing.
One great meta thing that was pointed out to me recently was in 22 Jump Street when he's trying to find who's got the tattoo on their arm, and there's one guy, the guy you think it is, has a tattoo, but it's literally a tattoo of a red herring. I want to thank Ian for pointing that out.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like,
Isn't that great?
yeah, it's awesome, and you don't they have a chase that goes back and forth that wipes both sides of the frame, and it's in front of the Benjamin Hill Institute or something.
Oh,
It's
really?
So many good, yeah,
So many
right?
small
Like,
things.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think I remember
small,
that,
but not too small. You don't notice it.
It's like the first one where everything's not exploding, and then the chicken coop just has the biggest explosion ever.
It's like, oh yeah, look at the chief's office. Looks like a giant cube of ice.
Looks like a giant cube of ice.
And they spend too much money. It's like, don't go through there. It's going to be so expensive.
Yeah, what's good is that 22 Jump Street is just the first one's a play on cop movies or like anything like that, kind of narc movies and teen comedies and stuff like that. And this one's like just to send up on sequels and how everything has to be heightened to an enormous degree.
With once again one of the best credit sequences I've ever seen, which is all the Jump Street sequels, like the many sequels that they make, is very funny to me. Was very funny to me. Oh, by the way, congratulations to everybody last night who won at SummerSlam. It was great. It was a great show.
Yeah, shout out to my buddy Daniel Pettipaw, who's he was the reason I missed the podcast last week for his wedding, and now he's at SummerSlam for his honeymoon
Oh, he was a
For real?
with his very understanding wife
Yeah, no kidding.
Very
and
what's that word
Brooklyn.
say?
fellow
Very-
groomsman Joel.
Very understated word.
Here's a match I want, Will. WrestleMania 31. Here's what I want.
Well, it's already happened, so keep going.
WrestleMania 32.
Okay, good.
Triple threat match, okay? Big Show
Okay, bro. Yeah,
against Undertaker against Kane. Okay?
and they all retire at the end.
Everybody retires.
Yeah, if Big Show wins, they all retire. But
But
Taker wins,
they all retire.
they all retire. And
But-
then if Kane wins,
Here's the thing.
everybody retires.
Everybody retires.
It's called the Everybody Retires match.
The
But
ring
that
just
would actually-
explodes at the
That'd be
end.
kind of interesting because you'd be like, oh, who wants to, they want to win their last match, right?
Everybody. Well, not everybody does. Some guys are like, yeah, I want to go out on my back.
Bothered me in the build up of that Cena Rollins match, like the very last Raw, it's just like, and now this is about Triple H now. Great, good,
Just like
Yeah.
everything.
great. Have to put it through him for some stupid.
By the way, I didn't know too. I was saying that Brooklyn's going to have, or did have, and I remember the show quite well. Takeover on Saturday. They had SummerSlam on Sunday, and they're hosting Raw on Monday.
Is it all in the
So-
same
They're all
building?
at the Barclays.
All at Barclays.
Ooh, tonight,
Just
Monday
gonna-
Night Raw, Barclays Center. Be there or don't.
That must be nice
Yeah,
for the, if you're, on the pay-per-view and then Raw, you got one place to hang out, you're booking for a few days. That'd be okay.
Yeah, here's the thing though.
Should
I
do that
thought
more.
the New York I thought the taxes to shoot TV in New York were very expensive. That's why they don't shoot a lot of stuff at Madison Square Garden. The last show they did at Madison Square Garden that I can remember was Survivor Series 2012. And by the way, and it'll make sense when I say who else was in the main event, but R-Truth was in the main event of that show. It was R-Truth and Miz in the main event against Rock and Cena. So that's why they could justify having those guys. But the main event tag team, they're basically like, yeah, we're against you. So fight us. And Cena and Rock were there. But that's the last show I can remember being taped at Madison Square Garden. They still do live events there all the time. And it's always a big deal. Like Vince always goes to those shows. But for some reason, Barclays seems to be a better venue for them to because maybe the taxes are less on Long Island or something.
It might just cost less to actually use
it probably
the facility,
does.
right?
Yeah, it probably does.
Isn't on Long Island. Well, it's in Brooklyn.
Now, let's be clear, everybody. Brooklyn is on Long Island.
That's where the Brooklyn Bridge goes from Long Island to Manhattan. That's why when the Islanders move, they don't have to change their name.
They probably
I'm so mad.
They probably
I
still
didn't know that. And by mad,
they don't. They aren't the New York Nassau's or something.
I was gonna say you're stupid, but you're not, Alex. Whatever, man.
No, Alex, you're pretty.
Yeah, you're pretty dumb. Face it, you're pretty stupid.
Brooklyn is attached to Queens, which is also part of Lyme.
All us stupid people. Face it, you're pretty stupid.
Puff Tompkins.
That's from Puff Tompkins. Yeah. Shoot, what was I going to say about the Barclays Center? No, it's probably cheaper. Oh, what I was going to say was with the Canadian dollar tanking. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I would think it would be cheaper to come back up and do some pay-per-views here again, or do some TV shows here again.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Because even if you come to Vancouver where there's not a huge wrestling fan base, there's still going to be a lot of people. If I can go down to Everett or Seattle for a show, and people can definitely come up from Seattle and Everett for a show here, especially
do you not think they could fill Rogers Center on their own just for Vancouverites?
The Rogers Center's in Toronto.
Damn it! Well,
I know. See, this is us though. I can't help but correct you. I don't think Vancouver on its own can fill up Rogers Arena. No, I just don't think. Yeah,
Halifax can fill up the Metro Center.
Yeah, but there's not as big of a wrestling fan base here, though.
Why do you think that? That's such an interesting thing to think.
I am interested, aren't I? Because I've been to shows and I just get that vibe.
Not really into it.
It doesn't feel like a wrestling town, even though like ECCW.
Too many foreigners. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
so they can sell out. Wow. Hey man, wrestling's huge in Japan.
Yeah.
Kali was huge when he came out here when I saw him last show. So Jinder Mahal.
Did he retire?
I don't think he did, but I haven't seen him on TV in a long time. Oh, he can be the fourth guy. It can be a four corners match. Undertaker against Kane against Big Show against Kali, right? And they can all be in there.
Let's put Mark
Rey
Henry
Mysterio.
in there too.
Mark Henry can be the special guest referee, and Rey Mysterio can be the timekeeper.
No, put them in there. Make it a 6-pack challenge.
And
make it a battle royal. And if you're,
if you're eliminated,
you're retired.
You're retired battle royal.
Yeah.
Everybody whose feet goes over the top rope, both feet hit the floor. You have to leave.
So it's like R-Truth, the rest of them, and then just put like Zack Ryder and have Zack Ryder go over. That would be awesome.
They're gonna say Zach Braff. That'd be interesting.
So put Zack Braff over. I'm no Superman. That's a Scrubs reference, by the way.
It is.
I guess it is.
Scrubs reference.
I downloaded this new Spotify playlist. It's called like way back workout hits. You bet your butt that No Scrubs is on there. Ignition remix, Tipsy, Chingy's on there. I'm just like, man, that's the
entire package of the playlist, by the way.
Is it? Country Grammar came on.
I was like, oh yeah,
I'm going downtown, baby. Street in the range, street super baby, ready to let it go. So yeah, that was something.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that was not on there. Wonderful by
oh man,
no,
Everclear.
I need that.
Everclear.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like 3 Days Grace. Definitely wasn't them.
He had a Star Wars poster on his bedroom door.
Yeah, who hasn't though? Besides me and Matt.
Well, you had it on your wall. Door's a weird place.
I'm not really big on posters on my door. I think I had a Kill Bill poster one time.
Because
I
it's
had a
hard
whole
to tack.
It is hard to tack.
Hard attack. You are.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac.
That's for you, Alex.
I'm really into as Alex is into Billy Joel right now. I think I'm on a Phil Collins thing right now.
Really?
Oh boy!
Really?
Well, as micro as a Phil Collins thing as I can have.
Well, I mean, it's funny because we were a little bit raised on Billy Joel and Phil Collins.
That's what I'm saying. We're going back to the USSR. You know, Elton John. He was the guy. Well, Elton John, Billy Joel.
Do you think Phil Collins wrote and recorded back in the USSR?
No, that's Phil McCartney.
Okay, Even if we make fun of Phil Collins, we can all agree in the internet is pretty great.
Yeah, it is. And it's been.
Do we make fun?
I don't know what to call a song, because like there are some songs that come up that like movie trailers will put on. Like, remember Afternoon Delight was a really funny song for a little while because of Anchorman and Arrested Development, and In the Air Tonight was made funny again by Hangover, and there was like Don't Stop Believin' was made funny in a bunch of stuff. Like these songs, like they're these old songs that come back in
I
comedies.
could
and people
go
like,
the rest of my life without hearing "Don't Stop Believing." I'd be very happy, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Oh, that's true.
yeah, I hate it.
That's a song that takes a long time to get to its chorus. So long, in fact, it might even be considered a bridge.
I just like,
I said it.
Hot take here on the Triple Threat Podcast.
What's conventionally considered the chorus of Don't Stop Believing might very well be.
Very well be the bridge, according to Matthew Vaughn, God of
bridge. That's from Led Zeppelin.
DJ Matthews. No, DJ Lethal, bring us to the Matthews Bridge. Oh man, that's not on the heaviest hits workout. What up with that?
It's not another Greg Helms. Which
Yeah, man, we're going hard on the Hurricane Helms.
Hurricane Helms.
Man, his Vertebreaker move, which I never saw like live, I only ever saw on WCW stuff I watched after I got into wrestling again. That move was so devastating looking.
Yeah, and then he actually broke his back or broke his neck or something. He was out for a while, and he's apparently he's fine now. Doesn't have to sit in a chair, which is good. But yeah,
He doesn't have to sit like in a wheelchair.
in a wheelchair. I mean,
Oh, he just doesn't have to sit in a chair. It's like, do I have to sit in a chair? I'm sitting in a chair right now.
we're sitting in a chair right now. I'm sitting in a chair right now. Why don't I sit in a chair? I want chairs.
That sounds
I want
like
chairs.
Barbra Streisand.
Yes, it's what? I'm on a big
Streisand.
Streisand kick right now. By the way,
Nice.
huge Barbra Streisand kick. Well, shoot. How's your boy doing in court? By the way,
You know, we're gonna see. It's hard to say right now. Things could change.
yeah. On to the Colts. We're on to the Indianapolis.
Well, on to the Steelers and then on to the Colts.
On to the Steelers. You guys hear that Eli wants to be the highest paid football player in the league?
Yeah, so do I.
That was going to be my
So
actual
do
response.
I.
I would also like to make more money than anybody else. That would be fine by me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
RG3 thinks he's the best quarterback in the league. So,
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's good, right? It's good to have confidence.
He might be the best of the worst.
He
Is he number 10 on the bottom 10 worst in the league?
I don't
Number
know.
10 on the bottom 10. So that means
Sorry,
you mean there's 9 worse than him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I'm not going with any backups either because we don't need to beat up on Case Keenum.
The New York Football Jets signed
Case
Matt Flynn,
Keenum
by the
backing
way.
up. Tennessee?
Maybe.
Case Keenum. That was the most random
Backing up
one.
Mariota.
I guess. I thought Charlie Whitehurst was in Tennessee, but that don't matter anymore.
But the Pats cut Matt Flynn, right?
I think he failed his physical, but yeah, he's with the Jets now.
For the New York Football Jets, which I'll always refer
Shut
to
up.
as Make Bad Blood Red Bad.
I'm yelling at you. It's the same thing I always do.
Yep. Just
But I
constantly
think we're
hollering.
about, what are we, like 2 weeks out from the season? 3, 4?
September 10th, the first game.
September 10th.
So today is
It's at the start of
August 24th.
I might have 2
yeah,
fantasy
we're-
football drafts at the same time. I think it's the best time to do it, too.
Was that including mine?
That's including you.
So I got an email last Tuesday, and it's like, here's your draft results. You're going to win the league. And I was like, we didn't have a draft. We had set up the league for an August 18th draft and forgot to change it. So the whole league auto-drafted. I was just like, great googly moogly. But we ended up actually, I didn't know you could do this. You can just clear the draft results, which if I knew that a long time ago.
Oh, sure.
Nope, didn't mean to take Trent Richardson. By the way, if the Earth
God.
ever gets sucked into a black hole, Trent Richardson's going to be fine because he can find a hole to save his life. The dude has no vision out there whatsoever.
He's one of the
Trent
it's
Richardson's
shocking
going to
that
live
he-
forever.
Good expression. Just because he'll live forever because he can avoid black holes.
Yeah, and funnily enough,
Funnily.
Trent Richardson, his hair looks kind of funnily. He plays for Oakland now, so
Yes, he does.
Don't they call that the black hole? The little weird fan guys that like to dress up in the S&M stuff.
Oh,
You know what? I gotta say, I think this is gonna be a rebound year for the Oakland Raiders fans because Mad Max just came out and they have a lot to work on, not a lot to work with there. You're gonna see some cool, like a
It's a
Morton
rebound
Joe
year
kind of thing
for the fans specifically, not the team.
Oh yeah. I know. I realize it's ridiculously specific. It doesn't help them at all as an organization. But
Obviously, I'm a big fan of Darth Vader, the guy who dresses up as Darth Vader and goes to the game.
Yeah.
Which would be, I've worn a Vader mask before and an entire suit. First of all, sweaty. Second of all, very hard to look out of. Actually, not incredibly hard, but if you pay for a good football seat, wouldn't you think you'd want to not have obstructions, right?
If you want to know that suit was uncomfortable, you should have just asked James Earl Jones, who never wore it.
Thank you. Did I say that
I was just baiting you. I'm sorry.
Did I say that in the cartoon Rebels that they have right now on Disney? He's doing the voice of Darth Vader. I think they brought him back. It is awesome. Rebels is actually a pretty sweet show, as Alex laughs at me. But I watch Rebels, which is obviously awesome.
Dope, like Nintendo, of course.
It's like Nintendo. It's pretty
Which is, of course, awesome.
It sounds like it's. You know what? That sounds like a 12-year-old. Like you did a body swap with him. That's the kind of thing a 12-year-old would say, like to a woman at a bar.
The word. Yeah, what's a 12-year-old? They don't like girl at a bar.
It's a body swap comedy where Will.
They should make a movie where this kid wishes that he was grown up, right? And then he goes to like this amusement park with this like you got the fortune teller booth.
That sounds like a big hit.
Thanks for saying so. Hopefully it'll come out.
Dancing a giant piano.
Hopefully it'll come out Tom Oro. But we'll see. That's in reference to Tom Hanks, the seminal actor of our time. Tom Hanks. Has he ever worked with Tom Cruise? I think he should have a movie with Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Tom Hardy, Tom Hiddleston. It is called like Tom. The movie's just called Tom, and it's all of them. And they have a personality swap. All of them. They all swap one personality to the left. I think that would be really sweet.
To the left.
So just Tom Hanks just running flat out as fast as he can.
By the way, if you go to Tom Hanks' IMDb, the first credit that comes up for him, even though you can't hide these, is producer. He's a producer on My Big Fat Greek Wedding too.
Stupid.
Good for him.
Is that the one
as well?
Is that the one where he
two, like the second Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Oh, My Life in Ruins.
No, that was a different Nia Vardolos movie.
Not group. Yeah, that's actually that, and
Really?
I Hate Valentine's Day are not. That's just Nia Vardolos.
They're not the MBFG canon.
No, they're not the MBFG canon.
Oh, on the cover of I Hate Valentine's Day, she's ripping a heart balloon in half while John Corbett's just standing there holding it.
That's what John Corbett always does. He's always just standing there holding a heart balloon. You know how he gets. You know how he is.
A heart balloon.
Oh boy!
I'm on a big who's that? Duran Duran. I'm on a big Duran
Wow,
Duran.
really?
It's Yes.
Is it Yes?
What? Who is it?
Is it Yes?
Listen to
No,
Yes.
you're not saying who it is, then.
Band.
Yes. No. Who?
No, but say the name of the band. I understand that you think that's the name.
Oh,
Well, guess who the
Larry.
band is, and I'll say it.
Oh, for
Matt, you know in your heart of hearts, you know who the band is.
Come on home, girls. Save the cry.
He's
a that-
magic band.
Is that Bob? What is that?
No.
You know what? Actually, I was trying to remember who did Take On Me, and when I found out, it was. See, I don't even mean that as a like a written joke, but it's just how it happened. It was great. Who did one of the best James Bond?
I like Undertake on Me, which is a song that was good for 21 WrestleManias.
And then he lost.
Then he lost.
He's hanging around, and now he's having a retirement match.
Take on me.
Take my urn,
Paul Bearer.
Oh, rest in
I'll
peace.
be gone for a year or two. Woo. That was tough.
That song will always remind me of that Chris Kattan movie.
Which one? Corky Romano?
Yes, Corky Romano, because that's how the trailer starts. Them
That was
singing
Corky
that song.
Romano. I really wanted to switch
You
into.
reference Corky Romano way too much on this podcast.
I wanted to. We were talking
yeah.
about Undertake on Me. I wanted to go into Brock Lesnar by the Beefy Shoes. Brock Lesnar.
Bro, instead of Rock Lobster, okay.
I didn't get that.
Took me a second.
Took me no.
By the
time,
way,
because I
I'm too
never
proud of
figured
that
it
song.
out.
By the way, Aha goes on tour, their 30th anniversary tour in 1 month. So check your
wow.
local
They
listings.
come through the.
They're still alive. I can't
What?
believe
You don't die when you hit 50
Yes, you do.
or 60.
well.
In certain dystopian sci-fis, you do.
It's true. Just the one with the guy from the Austin Powers movies.
Which guy is that?
Basil, I think.
Basil? Basil Exposition?
Basilix? Oh my gosh, that's his name. That's such a great
Is
name.
that his name?
Oh,
in the movie?
Yes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great because he just provides exposition. Oh,
Yeah. A lot is going on, Foxy. Yeah, he's great.
bless your soul, Mike Myers. But the third one wasn't that good.
Exposition. Trying to find out. Oh my god. Trying to look it up.
Oh boy.
Oh well, is that a phone drop?
No.
Phone drop, a dip, phone drop.
Phone drop.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Very musical.
Wow.
Hey, you know how fun Michael York is his name, by the way. Logan's Run. Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Let's check him out.
Mike York, Dad.
Logan's Run, which tagline is "Welcome to the 23rd century, the perfect world of total pleasure." There's just one catch. Oh, there's one catch. Oh, no, I want to see this movie in 1976.
Logan's Run is made out of people.
It's made out of people. I was thinking of the SNL sketch the other day.
It's people. It's people.
Do you remember this when Phil Hartman was he was playing Charlton Heston? He was going around being like Soylent Blank.
Yeah.
He's like, Soylent cow pies are made of people, and Chris Farley's like, what? He's freaking out. As Chris Farley does. What's the king of catchphrase comedy this week, by the way, guys? We had one in the last 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Stop saying
I went to my girlfriend's house. Oh, boy.
Oh boy. It's like over there, there's just beanbags on the floor. I'm like, hey, pick up your floor bags. You're not living in Southeast Asia.
Oh boy!
Find a list. Anyway, well, that was fun this week, guys. What do you think?
I don't know. Agree to disagree, but yeah.
Total pleasure.
Disagree.
Disagree. I think it's the disdain and the disagree. It's just like, ugh.
Oh, you know what we should do though? We should just like pre-record these, just you and me, Alex, and then Matthew comes on at the end, uninterrupted, being like, like part of the interruption goes and does the corrections.
Oh,
Matt should just
reality.
come on.
Yep.
Matt should just come on the end and be like, "All right, guys. First of all,
It'll be a reality show.
There's not. Oh wow, and that's awful. First of all, guys, there's no such need for calling it the New York Football Jets. Okay. Moving on.
I'm more offended by the fact that you thought if the moon disappeared, we would all drown to death because you think the moon is pushing the sea into us.
Well, I'm more upset that you think I can't swim.
I think it would be very bad. You just can't. Okay,
Can you drown not to death, Matt?
No, you can't get electrocuted and survive because that means you're dead.
Well, no. That's what do you think? No, what do you think those paddles are? The little things you got to use in the hospital.
Yeah, you bring people back from death.
The EKG. Yeah, so you can
He's saying you're electrocuting life back into them.
Yes, you are. That's what life is, electricity, right? We're all robots. Everybody knows that? Okay.
I robot. I know that. You
Oh,
you robot?
I robot.
Me robot?
I robot.
I
Do
definitely
you?
robot.
You robot.
We're having some pretty terrible movie band puns this week, so apologies to anyone with half a brain.
I'm submitting all these at midnight, by the way.
Yeah.
Points.
Points. All right.
I haven't seen that show.
You've seen? I've seen. I don't think I have either, but I've seen commercials for it.
It used to be on comedy, and now it's on Much.
Yeah, Much Music is now comedy, and comedy's now Big Bang Theory reruns. I've talked about this. I don't know who's in charge of programming. Schumer's on Much. Key and Peele's on Much.
So
Hannibal Buress is on Much. It makes no sense. You have a channel called Comedy. Use it.
Yeah, and you're right. It's just,
I think they're all like CTV Bell channels.
Yeah, what's it called? No, you're right. CTV Bell. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, I don't know why comedy's and all this stuff.
South Park.
I don't get much music in HD, and I only watch high definition because I have bad eyes. So I don't know why all this comedy is leaving comedy. Doesn't make any sense. Why love comedy?
You have a chance, by the way. Check out Keegan Michael Key on You Made It Weird with the Pete Holmes podcast.
I enjoy that so much. He's got a lot of really great.
It's like a comedy.
It's
like a masterclass of improv in an hour and a half. It's amazing.
It's a masterclass.
He has a real knack for it.
He does have a knack.
Yeah, a fascinating guy. And well, you've met him, so that's cool. He seems like a genuinely super nice person.
He's really
with an interesting family history. I'll just say that much.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's intriguing.
But he's really got a knack for comedy. He's really good at it. So.
Yeah, okay. We're going to have to stop those
that
acts
was
pretty soon.
Really children.
Actually,
I'm having a knack attack. Oh man, I have a knack for an attack. Take it back. And I ran out of words to rhyme with ack, which are like the most words.
Cut me some slack. Did you already say that one?
I said slipping it back. You break mama's back. All right, there you go. I did.
Yeah, I think you just said back twice.
Oh, the Concords are reuniting, by the way. Flight of the Concords are reuniting. Going on tour.
Cruise of the Concords, but that's just me.
I prefer Drive of the Concords. But that's also just me.
You're just kind of making my same joke, but a different way.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Because I needed to be punched up. I needed to punch that one up. You didn't think so? All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so this has been the WrestleMania podcast for this week, as Matt called it, for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
If you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Evaunix, EVAUGHANICS. Spitting all sorts of funnies. Matt, where are you?
Sure. At MPVon on Twitter.
EMPEEVON.
Nope.
EMPVon.
I'm at D's Nuts, DEEZ, NUSTS. NUSTS?
Oh, D's Nuts. So check Will out at D's Nuts. You can probably get that account, Will, if you're interested in it. I don't think anyone would have that.
I don't have to. You know what? I don't have to plug my Twitter account because I have the most followers. So obviously, I don't need to get followers.
You really have the most followers?
Oh, yeah, I have the least
on Twitter, on the entire Twitterverse.
Oh wow!
Actually,
you're following a lot of people too. I'm pretty proud of my show.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Only following people too.
I'm not giving it to you. I'm just saying it. That's a classic Alex rebuttal.
Take it away.
What was Alex's rebuttal? What'd you say about my butt?
Read the butt of Al.
I passed 8,000 tweets last week. I didn't even notice.
Did you?
Man.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you tweet.
Yeah.
I can tell by the way I tweet my words. I'm one man. No time for words.
Turds.
I don't put much thought into it, and I don't edit.
Don't say turds. Oh, by the way, next week is the Edward screening at the Rio Theater. I'm going to mention it again.
What's
next
the date?
What date?
Vancouver, BC. So don't listen to this if you're not in Vancouver. It's August 31st. All the tickets are sold out, but if you show up, you might get one. So show up at the Rio Theater on Broadway and Commercial in Vancouver, BC.
Well, you're going to be on Broadway. That's exciting.
Right? Finally. And
Broad
not
on Broad.
for Broad on Broad.
Rick on Broad.
Yeah, Broad.
Wait, what is that a reference to?
We were talking about Trainwreck. We're talking about Matthew Broderick on Broadway.
Wow, you know what? I honestly thought that was a reference to like another podcast to listen to, but it wasn't, and it was just as funny. I thought it was how this get made. Reference.
By the way, I heard. Sorry, but I was listening to CBC Radio the other day, and I heard.
Wow, are you
Bang Bang on there?
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was Paul Russ doing new no-nos. I was like just flipping through, and he's just like no, and I was like, what is happening?
Wow.
Right now? Yeah.
That is enough for me to turn that on. New no.
Oh god, that's the funniest crap I've ever heard in my life.
I've
ever put in my ear holes.
So great.
I've been introduced to You Made It Weird by you may have mentioned it before too, Alex, but Ian Hanlon, in front of the show, told me about it, and I found it very enjoyable. He also does there's also a podcast with Kumail Nanjiani and his wife
Emily
and her kids. I find that quite enjoyable. He did one with actually Pete Holmes where they talked about Arkham Knight. So it's like, this is a little pool
Dan
of
Harmon's
stuff I
been
like
on there.
right now.
I'll listen to any podcast.
I listened to that one yesterday.
You Made It
Harmon
Weird too. So
hey,
Pete Holmes, extraordinarily hit or miss for me. But when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, I turn it off immediately. I know 5 minutes in whether it's good or not.
You can tell.
Oh yeah.
Is it him or the guest?
It's
him.
It's him.
Yep.
It's not he. It's you.
Yep.
By you, it's him.
It's he robot.
You know, Entertainment Weekly has an award. Entertainment Weekly has an award called the Yui. They just gave one to Aidy Bryant last week, and the Yui is a little golden U, like a little.
Why do you
sheep.
get it?
I don't know. Aidy Bryant got it.
I did not go
for some
sheep,
reason.
but that's cool.
Aidy Bryant's not even on the Saturday Night Live's not even happening right now. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not happening right now, but I think she can be memorized for
Matt,
what
look
she's
up
done.
the award and see what it's for. I'm sure it's for something specific. For
will look
contributions to comedy while not being on air currently. No, that's very.
I should have found out what the award is for. It could be an ironic award, being like, "Hey, you got fired," but I don't think
you get fired.
I think it's
No.
No, I don't think.
Fats got fired.
No, I don't think she did.
Okay.
Oh, but we did find out the first 3 hosts of the season, and Tracy Morgan's coming back.
Yeah,
Miley
that's cool.
Cyrus, Amy
That's very
Schumer,
nice.
Tracy Morgan. So I'm excited for 2 of those.
Shoes.
Nope.
Well, Cyrus
Cyrus
hosted
and
before,
Tracy Morgan.
and Cyrus is pretty good.
Yeah,
She was okay. It was a good show.
No, I
That
hate her.
But I'm excited. I'm very excited that Tracy's back. I'm very happy for that. That he's okay.
Yeah, I'm happy more for his health and the comedy he'll be bringing to the show.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Hopefully, we'll just resurrect all his characters. Say resurrect? Yep, I did.
Resurrect.
All right. Well, we talked too much, so enjoy this extra hefty bonus episode. The extra time on the end of this hour, by the way, is all of Matt's corrections, so you can thank him for that.
Wait one harsh dang minute.
Okay, we don't have another minute. So he's going to take another minute of your time, folks.
Let's get folks. I'll see you later. Catch you on the flip side.
All right, love you guys. Bye. Don't always says it like that. Why?
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
baby, you're a grown ass man.